happened in California, at the heart of Coachella 2025. Crowd was electric. The desert air pulsed with bass, lights, and pure adrenaline. But when Lisa Manaband stepped onto that Sahara stage, something shifted. It wasn't just a performance. It was a moment. And across America, millions of eyes were watching. What came after would leave fans whispering one name, John Jungkook. Lisa Blackpink didn't say much. She didn't need to. It was the way she moved, the intensity in her presence, and the subtle messages hidden in plain sight. Social media exploded within minutes. Some said it was just another flawless show, but others, they noticed something deeper. People in the crowd described her energy as next level, even compared to her previous solo debuts. The Lisachella effect, they called it. When Lisa steps on stage, everything else fades. Cameras flashed, phones lit up the desert like stars, and timelines were flooded. Across social media, the algorithm couldn't keep up. Coachella's Sahara stage has seen legends, but that night, Lisa Blackpink didn't just perform, she made a statement. No interviews, no press releases. Just subtle expressions, micro moments caught on fan cams that made everyone ask, was she speaking through her performance? As Lisa Blackpink moved through her set, performing hits like Money and the unreleased track rumored to be titled Dreamcatcher, a few lines stood out. Lyrics that felt personal, honest, like coded messages. One line in particular caused an avalanche online. You never said goodbye, but I still hear you in the silence. It wasn't in the original demo leaked months ago. It was new, intentional, and fans knew it. Clips started circulating, moments where Lisa seemed to glance at someone offstage, a gesture that looked almost like a nod to the past. Even her choice of outfit had people speculating. A silver chain she hadn't worn publicly before. A single earring shaped like a crescent moon. Both details matched accessories Jungkook had been seen wearing during his solo promotions last year. Of course, nothing was confirmed. But nothing needed to be. That's what made it more powerful. Lisa never gives the full story. She lets you feel it. American celebrities were spotted cheering for her near the barricades. Crowd wasn't just filled with fans, it was influencers, actors, producers, and fashion insiders. Lisa has always had global appeal, but at Coachella 2025, she wasn't just a K-pop star. She was a cultural phenomenon. Somewhere between La Lisa and her final encore, fans noticed a subtle transition in the visuals. The screens flashed a cryptic image, just for a second, of a black feather falling slowly against a white background. That frame set Reddit threads on fire. Some interpreted it as a symbol of letting go. Others said it was a reference to something only true fans would understand. A shared memory. Promise. And then came the real twist. Backstage footage leaked. Just seconds of Lisa stepping away from the stage, catching her breath, and whispering something to her manager. The audio's unclear. Muffled. But lip readers online claim they saw her say, "I needed that. He'll understand." That's when the speculation really took off. Who is he? And why now? Was Coachella 2025 not just a performance, but a message? To someone specific? Or was it simply her way of expressing the parts of her life we never get to see? What's certain is that Lisa had the entire United States watching, and she knew it. The way she addressed the crowd, her American fans, felt different. More personal. More connected. She spoke in English. She paused to smile. She took her time. This wasn't just about the music. It was about presence. About claiming space. And here's the thing. This wasn't the first time Lisa had performed for American audiences. But this felt final. Like the closing chapter of a book no one ever got to read. The silence after her last note was almost louder than the music. 'Cause sometimes what you don't say speaks the loudest. Now, here's where it gets even more interesting. 3 days after her set, Lisa Blackpink posted a photo to Instagram. A blurry sunset. No caption. No tags. But fans noticed something small in the corner. A reflection, possibly of someone standing next to her just outside the frame. Theories ran wild. Some said it was a stylist. Others pointed to the outline, claiming it resembled someone very familiar. Someone who hadn't been seen in public since before Coachella. And though we're not making assumptions, it's worth remembering, Lisa and Jungkook were once the center of endless speculation. Their moments were brief, often denied, but always unforgettable. Whether you believed in the rumors or not, the energy between them was something no fan could ignore. And now, years later, that spark may have quietly returned. Maybe Lisa wasn't speaking directly about Jungkook. Or maybe that's exactly what she wanted us to think. What's undeniable is this: Lisa Blackpink knew what she was doing. The performance, the lyrics, the symbols, the silence. Everything was deliberate. She doesn't chase attention, finds her. That's why people stay watching. That's why retention rates climb. Because with Lisa, every second feels like a secret being slowly revealed. And if you've made it this far into the story, you probably feel it too. That tug in your chest. That curiosity that won't let go. So if you think this was just a concert, think again. Lisa made a statement. Maybe to the world. Maybe to someone we've barely heard her speak of, Jungkook. There's something about silence that speaks louder than words, especially when it comes to someone like Lisa. Her artistry has never been about explaining. It's about feeling. Every move she makes is intentional, from the way she paces her setlist to the way she lets a moment breathe before the beat drops. And that's exactly what made Coachella 2025 unforgettable. In the hours after her performance, while the desert dust was still in the air, American news outlets picked it up. Entertainment Tonight, Rolling Stone, and even Billboard ran short features. But what they didn't say, what they couldn't quite put into words, was the feeling. You had to be there. Or at least you had to see it live to understand what made this night different. One headline read, "Lisa redefines the solo stage at Coachella." But fans? They said more. "She told a story," one tweet said. "It wasn't about fame. It was about closure." Another post that went viral simply said, "That wasn't a concert. That was a confession." And now people are going back, rewatching fan cams, slowing them down, analyzing the lighting choices, the color grading, the transitions on the LED screen. They're looking for answers, for proof, for a sign that this moment meant more than just music. That maybe, just maybe, it was a signal to someone watching. As theories swirl, one detail keeps coming up: the positioning of Lisa's final song. She performed it facing away from the audience for the first half, then turned back slowly on the bridge, like she was turning a page or facing something she'd been avoiding. The symbolism? Too strong to ignore. And if you think that's reaching, consider this. Lisa has always played with duality. Her name itself, Manaban, carries layers: strength, elegance, mystery. She came from humble beginnings. But her reach? It's global. And in America, she's not just another artist. She's a movement. The way fashion brands chase her, the way Western media tries to decode her silence, it all proves one thing. Lisa knows exactly how to keep the world watching. People in LA have started calling this weekend Lisachella Weekend. The name's catching on not just with fans, but with people who've never even followed K-pop before. It's the cultural bleed, where performance meets identity, where music becomes myth. The kind of moment you remember not because of what was said, but because of how it made you feel. Back in New York, a massive digital billboard lit up in Times Square, replaying clips from Lisa's performance. That wasn't paid for by her label. It was organized by fans, American fans, who pooled money just to share that energy. That's the kind of dedication that makes Lisa's story impossible to ignore. So where do we go from here? Well, Lisa hasn't made a statement. Not officially. But that's just it, she never does. And that's why people stay. That's why viewers don't click away. 'Cause she lets the mystery linger. 'Cause silence from Lisa often means something bigger is coming. And you can feel it now, can't you? That anticipation building. That feeling that you're part of something bigger. Like you're not just watching a video, you're uncovering a message. And that message might not be spelled out in capital letters. Might live in the spaces between words. In a lyric, in a glance, in a pause too long to be accidental. And maybe, just maybe, that message was meant for someone else too. Because in the final seconds of her Coachella performance, Lisa smiled. Not her usual stage smile, but something softer. Something personal. And as the lights dimmed and the beat faded out, she whispered one final word. Barely audible, but clear enough for the mic to catch. Always. That was it. One word. Promise. A memory. A beginning. And fans believe they know who it was for. Could it be a tribute to everything she's been through? A nod to her fans around the world? Or was it a quiet message to Jungkook one final time? Only Lisa knows. And that's why we're still talking about it. So if this story pulled you in, if you found yourself holding your breath, waiting for the next twist, don't keep it to yourself. Drop a comment, share your theory, and hit that like button if you felt it too. 'Cause the more we talk, the more we uncover. And trust me, this story is far from over. Make sure you're like and hit bottom subscribed. Because if Lisa Blackpink moves again, even an inch, we'll be right here catching every second. No assumptions. No noise. Just truth. Kind that lives in moments. In music. In silence. And sometimes in a single name.